Alright guys, welcome back to another epic game between these two players. I'm STL StarCraft and this is StarCraft 2. Alright, we have in the last game we saw Bratok pulling out all the stops, but overall just playing standard, and we saw Nestea just take him to school there, really. I mean, Bratok really did. He got the third base and then he got the fourth base of Nestea, and Nestea was still able to come out, produce 9 Ultralisks and we'll just call it an infinite amount of Zerglings and win that game. It was absolutely insane. He was on 3 base. I mean, how many Zerg players do you know that can pull that off? I bet the answer is almost always 0. I mean, come on. Only the best in the world. I would assume Idra might be able to pull that off, and a few other Zerg players up in there that I'm not thinking of right now, but Nestea showing us why he is the best in the world. Bratok gonna have to show us something new here. He's going to have to throw something at Nestea that Nestea is not expecting. I don't want to see him go that same Marine siege tank build again, because Nestea knows how to beat that standard kind of ball of units. He knows how to beat mech. He knows how to beat Marine siege tank. So we'll see how he reacts here. Last time he opted for the Roach Infester Super Mega Ultralisk composition. We'll see if he goes for that again, if he's going to have enough time to get to Hive Tech in this game. The map on this map is Shakura's Plateau. I know the name of this map, guys. The last map is still evading me. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't really know for sure. But I would say this map does kind of favor the Zerg player, because you can get this hatchery up really fast. This map does disable or disengage the cross spawn. I mean the close by ground spawn. And the reasons for that is if you 6-pool and your Zerg player's right here, and let's say Bradok's down here, by the time Bradok selects his 6 SCVs and right clicks on the mineral patch, the Zerglings are running into his main base. So for obvious reasons, you have to disable those close by ground spawns. Drone making into the main base here, scouting everything that's going on, or lack thereof, because no tech has gone down yet. But the longer it remains in this base, the longer delayed that Bradok's tech is going to be. So right now he's refraining from throwing down that factory because the drone is in his main base. So he's gonna throw it down anyway. He says, I don't really care if your drone scouts it. You know I was going for a factory enemy. Anyway, you almost never see a 3 racks as Terran. He could have been hiding a proxy barracks, but that is highly unlikely considering he did take his gas. So Nestea, safe in taking his expansion here, is going to drone up. We'll open up the production tab to see 2 drones, a spawning pool, a factory, and an SCV in production right now. Queen's just now starting. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hellions coming out again for Bratok, but there is no reactor on this barracks. Interesting. The first build change we've really seen out of Bratok. He got the gas and the barracks at the same time, so he is walling off with these supply depots here as well. I don't know if I like this, because it is very vulnerable to a Baneling bust, but we almost never see Nestea going for that kind of cheesy play, because he knows he can beat Bratok straight up, so he's going to play straight up. And Bratok, like I said, he's going to have to pull something crazy here. It's going to be an intense game, I think. We'll see if it's a long macro game or if he goes for the short win here. But no, it looks like he's going to throw it down to command center, so he's going to play macro. Moving out with this Hellion here, I like this because he's kind of feigning a reactor Hellion. Whenever you see Hellions as a Zerg, you almost always think reactor Hellion, and here comes a Zergling right now. And it does get toasty with that Hellion there, but it is going to die because fire, as we all know, is bad for your health. Spinecrawler coming down right now. Like I said, kind of an overreaction out of Nestea. This is only 1 Hellion, and really, how much damage can 1 Hellion do? But Nestea can't always be too careful. He's known for his good decision-making, not overreacting to a situation. But I think here, this could be a bit of an overreaction. He does have 2 queens down here, and he's only seen 1 Hellion. So an interesting response there out of Nestea. This Hellion might just try and poke up this ramp here. Yes, here he goes. Gonna see the Spinecrawler. Gonna back out right there. Creep spread just starting for Nestea. We do see a Banshee Tech Lab swap out right now. So I don't know if Nestea's gonna be prepared for this. He does have 3 queens out right now, but he doesn't know if cloaking has been researched or not. He doesn't have an evolution chamber on the way. There's the evolution chamber going down right now. He has to know that Banshees are a threat right now. I believe he has spotted this. I think A Zergling might have run up this ramp right there. Let's check that. I believe, yes, he did see the starport in production there. His forces are under attack! Okay, so the Banshee revealing itself on that Zergling right there. That's what that was all about. The Banshee moving out across the map right now. Interesting that Bratok revealed the Banshee there. I guess he knew Nestea already knew about that Banshee, but Nestea throwing down 2 spine crawlers at his natural end. How many in the main base? 1 in the main base. So I'm not sure how much spore crawlers actually cost. Let's check that. 75 minerals plus that drone. That's 3 drones that are never going to mine ever again. So, I mean, you have to think as a Zerg player, I mean, is 3 drones worth it? I mean, I think the Queens would have been just fine. So maybe another little overreaction out of Nestea. Bratok refusing the creep spread from Nestea this time. Not going to let that creep spread get out of control. Supply block, the Overlord that scouted for Nestea must have been taken out because I saw some action over here. I saw some red pinging over here, and I guess this Marine must have taken out a scouting Overlord, which did supply block Nestea there for a split second. We do see a 3rd command center from Bratok. This is pretty standard, or not standard, but we do see Terrans doing this nowadays where they make 2 command centers inside the main base almost immediately, and they use the 3rd command center almost as a macro command center just for those extra mules and SCVs. So he has triple SCV production. So in a way, he can try and keep up with the Zerg in macro, even though, I mean, you're trying to keep. Look who you're trying to keep up with here. You're keeping up with Nestea. Bratok getting a little ballsy here, trying to go for that macro command center. Because Nestea is going to have an insane amount of drones after a while. Right now, he is running at 54 to 39, so he does have that comfortable lead. Now he has 60 to 39, almost, or does have a 21 drone lead right now. So that is absolutely crazy. We will reopen the production. I mean, yes, the production tab. And we do see an armory on the way, and we are going to see 3 factories now from Bratok. So mixing it up from the last game. Not going to go Marine Siege Tank again. He is going to go for that Mech Goody-esque style of play. I mean, Goody did not patent this style, but he is certainly known for it. So Bratok trying to throw out a different unit composition at Nestea. Going to see what Nestea does here. He did go for that Baneling Ling Muta composition. He's going to let the Spire finish because I don't think he knows that the factories are down. I don't think Nestea knows that the factories are down yet. We can check that. No, he does not. So he doesn't know that this mech style is coming at him. So Baneling Ling Muta, not the best against mech because, I mean, you could always morph all of your Zerglings to Banelings and just 1A your way into that army, but even then the siege tanks are just going to shell away and destroy all those Banelings. It takes a lot of Banelings to destroy a Thor. I'm not exactly sure how many exactly destroy a Thor, but it is a lot, and we do see 2 Thors on the way right now. Bratok, a good call here, almost a good timing here. Maybe the Thors are a little late, but he does have a turret inside the mineral line right now, another turret on the way. The Mutalisks are going to scout everything that's going on, so even though they can't harass that much, they can scout everything that's going on. He is going to target the tech lab. I would like to see him go after these 2 free siege. These are like free siege tanks right now. Almost no anti-air out for Bratok. These Mutalisks could do a lot of damage before this Thor pops out, but it is going to pop out. Oh man, and these Mutalisks going to eat hot lead, in the words of the Thor. The Thor just turns around and gets a shot off. No. Bratok not paying attention there, missing a big opportunity to get some crucial hits off on those Mutalisks. The Mutalisks are flying around the backside now. The creep spread from Nestea is getting kind of out of control. He is connecting his 3rd base with creep. He does have his 2 extractors down once that extra gas intake, because as opposed to the Ling, Infestor, Roach composition, you are splitting your gas between the Banelings and the Mutalisks. So, I mean, the Mutalisks cost a lot of gas, and Banelings may not seem like they cost that much gas, but they do cost a significant amount of gas. So, we're going to see how many Banelings to Mutalisks Nestea is going to make here. I would expect to see more Mutalisks out of him, and just to see a magic box, because he is known for his good Mutalisk control, just good overall control in general. +1 weapons almost finishing up right now for Bratok, so trying to stay even on his upgrade front. More factories coming down for Bratok, and look at this! I love Bratok. He is quickly becoming one of my favorite Terrans. Oh my gosh, just because of this series, he's throwing down 2 more command centers. That is natural. He is going to go toe-to-toe. He is going to do it against the best macroer in the entire world. He's gonna try and do this. I don't know what I think about this, but He's got some cojones of steel right now. Turrets at the natural expansion for Bratok. I wouldn't be surprised to see him morph these into orbital commands. Yes, there they go right now. It'd be kind of awkward if he morphed those to PFs. So the Thors and the siege tanks moving out right now. Just a huge mech ball starting to build up. The turrets kind of walling off this third base for Bratok right now. We see the Hellions poking around the map. That Zergling getting toasty again. There he goes. Zergling's holding the watchtower, so Nestea knowing exactly what's going on, knowing that Bratok is taking this third base. Zergling on patrol up here, kind of seeing when Braddock's going to try and take his fourth base. The Mutalisks are going to go after these Hellions here. Are they going to get them? They are going to try and chase them down. That Hellions looping around here. They are going to lead them directly. I don't think those Mutalisks... Oh my god, they are. They're going to fly right into the turrets and the Thors. Lots of Mutalist losses going down there. A huge blunder from Nestea, losing almost all of his Mutalisks there, and some of his Mutalisks are in the red right now. Oh man, only 4 Mutalisks remain after that. 21 Roaches on the way, so like I said, not going to go with that Baneling Mute, is going to go with the Roach. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Infestation Pit if he doesn't already have one down. Roach is the much better choice, I think, against Mech, simply because they can tank a lot more damage than the Zerglings can, because the Hellions can just fry the Zerglings all day long. These, like I said right there, with Blue Flame, it's just going to be... Oh my gosh, flying the Mutalisks in again, losing almost 3 more Mutalisks there. Gosh, Nestea uncharacteristically being just not good Mutalist micro there from Nestea. So we are seeing, wow, 2 more command centers going down from Bratok. Wow, this is going to be an insane economy from Bratok. Let's take a look at the income tab. Oh my god. Look at that income tab. 95, well, it was 97 a second ago, to 69 workers for Bratok. Holy cow, a huge deficit in the worker tab. But is it too many workers for Nestea? He is maxed out right now and he is just sitting, so every second he sits is more of a mech ball he's going to have to deal with, and with just Mass Roach, which is what we see out of him right now, after all the Mutalisks got taken out, I don't know if that's going to be enough, because his army is going to be smaller. He has, keep in mind, 100 of this supply is drones, and then the other 100 is the very supply costly Roaches, so really not a very big army from Nestea. Nidus Network coming down. Ooh, Shenanigans going to be going down all over the map probably. I'd love to see that. This game is quickly getting awesome, because Bratok, although he's way behind, he is throwing down 2 more starports, and they do have tech labs coming down, so either a mass Banshee play, we could see that out of him, but he did see Mutalisks, so he knows Mutalisks are a problem. I don't really know. I mean, we could see Ravens, but Ravens not orthodox against Zerg by any means. Mass Raven, although if anyone in the audience has ever dealt with Mass Raven, they know it's the most annoying thing in the world. These Hellions see what they needed to see. Get the hell out of there. Woo! They're getting the hell out of there. I think if these 2 armies engage right now, Bratok wins that almost every time. But we're going to see what Nestea can pull out here. That Nidus Network going to play huge roles here. I heard a Nidus Network go down. It is up in the upper right-hand corner of the map. Roach is streaming out right now. Oh, this poor SCV. All he wanted to do was build a command center. Oh, the horror, the blood. Oh, and the Roaches are going to stream down the map stream down the ramp right now. They are getting caught up on this turret here, and that is buying Bratok time to get over here with this huge mech ball. The Roaches aren't going to do too much damage before they get repelled here. Nestea's going to have to back up. Back up, Nestea. Oh, he's going to lose half of his Roaches there, but the other half are going to get out of there. 1 Mutalisk. That is air support. And I heard another Nidus Network going down. Oh, it is right here. The SCV's trying to do as much as they can, trying to get that Nidus Network down, but it was too late. The Roaches are going to get a hold of those SCVs, but at this point, and we do see Raven production out of Bratok. So we are going to see a lot of Ravens, and we do see 3 more Ravens on the way. So, this game is quickly getting intense from Bratok. Mass Raven, not something you see every day out of a Terran player. So we're going to see Mech Raven, you know. These Roaches deciding to engage here. I don't know if I like this. Is not good positioning. Oh, the Roaches are just going to get destroyed by this mech ball. The Thor's doing massive damage here. 2-2 Thors versus a 2-1 or 1-2 Roaches are just no good at all. Those Roaches going to retreat actually going to burrow there. And if you're wondering why he burrowed there, it's to get Bratok to think that he went back inside the Nidus network there, but he actually didn't. But the Raven's going to spot everything that's going on. That is another benefit of Ravens, is they do detect. So that is always important. These roaches going to run for their lives, going to burrow down here in the corner. We're going to see how long those will last for. I mean, and Bratok has to know those are there. Nestea expanding to his 5th and his 6th bases right now. Looks like this drop did get, or this Nidus network rather, did get cleaned up here. More Ravens in production for... Oh, and Seeker Missile going down. This game is getting awesome. Now, although Bratok did lose a lot of SCVs to those Nidus networks, I mean, really, his economy right now, he only needs SCVs for gas. I mean, with this many command centers, look how many command centers he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 command centers that I have counted, and 1 PF coming up right now. So, and those are going to be most certainly all orbital commands except for the PF there, and those are all mules. So the mules, he can almost mine entirely off of a mule economy and just mine gas with his SCVs. So the SCV's not as crucial a loss as you might think there. So the income tab, we're going to check it right now. It's a little misleading actually. So this is most certainly going to get morphed into it. Well, see, this is what I'm talking about. Look at all those mules. The income for Bratok is going to be insane. We're going to see this shoot up an incredible amount. I don't think I've ever seen something over 3,000, but we just hit the 3,000 mark from Bratok. That is absolutely insane. Broodlords are on the field now for Nestea, so it looks like he was buying his time. I like this, putting spine crawlers in the middle of the map with his extra drones there. Realizing he has too many drones, needs to get a little bit more of an army, and the spine crawlers are just able to buy him time so he gets pushed all the way back. The PF kind of walling off the center of the map here. The Raven Cloud gets ever bigger, though, and the mech ball is looking very scary out of Bratok. But I find myself asking, is he going to have enough anti-air to deal with the Broodlords? He only has 3 Thors and a lot of Seeker Missiles. So if he can land some epic Seeker Missiles, this game could turn around very quickly for Bratok. Nestea's going to move in right now. Of course, Nestea can't really make Corruptors. I mean, what do you do against Mass Raven? I mean, what really can you do? Because the Raven, I mean, if you make a lot of Corruptors, which I guess, kind of hard counter Ravens, but again, they don't, because the Raven can throw down a point defense drone, and then the Corruptors' attacks are completely null and void. So these turrets going to get taken out almost immediately. These siege tanks are most certainly going to go down. How long can the Planetary Fortress buy time for Bratok? More command centers going down for Bratok in the center of the map. We do see... Oh, here comes the first few Seeker Missiles of the game. Wow, look at those Broodlords. Oh, blood going everywhere from those Broodlords, and huge Seeker Missiles going down. A great engagement for Bratok. Nestea losing a lot of Broodlords there. Right now, we see the mech ball just getting pushed back, though, with the sheer amount of Broodlords and the spread, and the Queens using their transfuse ability on those Broodlords. The siege tanks not sieging up because, of course, they will do splash damage to their own units if they siege up and those broodlings hit them. The Raven Cloud Braddock's going to be forced to engage here. Here comes the big engagement right now, scanning to see what's going on. The Planetary Fortress is going to go down. It's only buying Bratok time. The Raven Cloud getting huge right now. He has like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Ravens on the field. Here comes some huge Seeker Missiles. Can he get the job off? The Thor's focus firing. A lot of Seeker Missiles going down. The Corruptors flying in. They're going to receive the back end of those Seeker Missiles. The Thor's focusing down almost the Corruptors. A lot of point defense drones going down right now. The siege tanks are trying to hold the line while the Thors do all the damage to the air units. The Corruptors trying to focus down the Ravens, but they just can't because the point defense drones are crazy, deflecting all those shots, and the Corruptors are going to have to back out. They're just receiving free damage right now. The Vikings just doing all the damage in the world. The Banshee coming out right now for Bratok. The Broodlord's still doing damage on the ground. The siege tanks surprisingly resilient. Oh, there are SCVs repairing those siege tanks on the ground right now. The Corruptors all get cleaned up. The Broodlords are going to push this back. Bratok holds the ground, and now a lot of roaches streaming on the ground for Nestea. He's going to try and break this, but can he? I don't know. This Banshee's going to do an insane amount of damage to these roaches. The Thors, the mech ball, looks like... Oh, it's going to be a close battle, but it looks like the Ravens backing all of this up. All of the Broodlords get taken out for Nestea. That is a huge loss. Looking at the units lost tab right now, we do see Wow, 15,000 to 20,000 in favor of Bratok. Bratok looks like he is going to clean up these roaches, and he's going to hold. Wow, an incredible engagement right there from these two players. Ravens really making the difference in that battle. The Seeker missiles just landing huge hits. It looks like Nestea just streaming in more roaches right now. He's going to burrow. He's going to try and regenerate that HP as fast as he possibly can. It looks like he does have the roach regenerative upgrade. Rapid regeneration there. And look at this Air Force out of Bratok, able to pump out a lot of Vikings to support the Ravens. Oh, Bratok with complete control of the skies, and it looks like all Broodlords are going to get taken out. But does he have enough on the ground? He only has 2 Thors back here, and the ground unit's just getting destroyed for Bratok. This could be it, simply because he does not have a ground army, but I can't see this game ending right now. It's too soon. Oh my gosh, all the Ravens going to have to make a stand here. Raising the supply depot wall, the siege tank sieging up. Zerglings running up the ramp right now, trying to bust down the front door. My computer's lagging because of the awesomeness. Huge shots going down on the Zerglings. Can they bust down the front door? The Raven's not doing much right now. The Banshee's still doing a lot of damage. A lot of Seeker missiles going down right now on those roaches, softening them up quite a bit for the siege tanks to do their awesome splash damage. Looks like Bratok, the front door is going to go down for Bratok. The roach is streaming in here, but there aren't enough. Braddock's going to push this back. And Nestea gets repelled again by Bratok. Still about 5,000 resources behind after losing all of those Corruptors and Broodlords. And we see Corruptors trying to move out across the map, going to try and make something happen. But the point defense drones from earlier still here, surprisingly resilient. It looks like, oh my gosh, huge Seeker missiles. Nestea's gonna have to micro. He's trying to split up his Corruptors, but they all clump up at the last minute. 2 Seeker missiles doing huge damage to those Corruptors. Oh my god, all of them at like 1 or 2 HP there. A lot of Ravens still left. He just can't deal with this Raven cloud. This Air Force is just too much for Nestea, so he's streaming units on the ground like crazy. Roaches are a good choice right now, but I would like to see Ultralisks. Ultralisks would break this, no problem. I mean, because what can you really do? I mean, Seeker missiles do a lot of damage, but Ultralisks just do so much damage, it's crazy. But we are seeing roaches right now, and they are going to stream up this ramp. And it doesn't look like Braddock's going to be able to hold. He does barely get that wall up, and he's going to make a hold at this ramp once again. But the roach is quickly going to break down that building supply depot. The siege tanks trying to prevent all the roaches from getting in. Seeker missiles going down. Turrets, emergency turrets going down for Bratok right now. Doesn't want to lose the game right here. More roaches streaming up for Nestea. More Ravens in production for Bratok right now. I don't know if Ravens are exactly what he needs right now, but he is continuing that with that production. Roach is still streaming up the ramp right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold. The turrets do not have their they do have high-sec auto tracking. High-sec auto-tracking. The Roach is doing massive damage to the main base, targeting down these crucial add-ons. If he gets all these add-ons, that could be a big deal, because Bratok has to rebuild all of those. This Banshee, oh my god, 10 kills and climbing on this Banshee. Certainly paying for itself. The siege tanks need to stay alive. It is absolutely imperative. Turrets have gone down everywhere in the main base. I'm losing my voice because this game is so intense. Focusing down the armory. Focusing down. Yep, that goes down right there. Now he's going to focus down the engineering bay. Oh my gosh, the Ravens all out of energy, it looks like. And the Banshee and the siege tanks able to clean that up. Bratok barely holding again, and another wave of roaches. I feel like we're watching an endurance round right now. Bratok just barely holding that last push. Can he hold this one as well? These turrets being surprisingly effective at killing these roaches. Roaches engaging directly, trying to get these siege tanks, but not the most cost-effective roaches, because energy versus money. Energy will always win that battle. So we see a lot more turrets coming down for Nestea. I mean, for Bratok. Nestea's going to have to back out here. He's just running away from these turrets. If he focuses down all these supply depots, that could be huge. A lot of SCVs on Union Break inside the main base for Bratok. Needs to get those right to work. Looks like Nestea kind of a lull right now. No, he's sending them over to Braddock's. I don't even know how many command centers he's built, so I mean, whatever. He is targeting down the planetary fortress. Can he get it? The SCV's rapidly repairing. A lot of roaches going down right now. The roaches are focusing down the SCVs, but Bratok just calls down about 30 mules, and he's going to try and repair this planetary fortress. Can it hold? The roaches are getting taken out. More roaches streaming in over here. Can the planetary fortress hold is what I'm finding. All the mules have gone down. The planetary fortress still firing. Where is Braddock's army at? It's still flying across the map, even though it's surprisingly mobile. The planetary fortress is going to go down. That is a huge loss for Braddock. That is a mineral field he is not mining from, and Braddock is not mining here. And up here, this is his only mining base really right now, because he's barely mining from this base, even though there are minerals to be mined there. The roach is starting to push him back on the ground. Corruptor's trying to make an air presence, but once again getting shut down. More seeker missiles getting launched right there. Detonation on nothing there. More roaches streaming in right here. What Nestea needs to target are these command centers. This is Braddock's economy right now. He's just calling down mule after mule after mule, and it's just keeping him in this game. And we are consistently seeing Braddock be 5,000 resources ahead. He needs to hold this planetary fortress. A huge engagement up here. Can the roaches focus it down? SCVs are repairing. The turrets are going down everywhere. The planetary fortress frantically firing, raking in all the kills. 5 SCVs queued up. Right now, he needs SCVs. Can the planetary fortress hold? It looks like it will. Lots of mules getting called down right now for Braddock. 81 to 41 income, but like I said, the reason Braddock is in this game is because of all of those mules. The roaches all getting cleaned up, and these turrets are going to be here for like ever. I mean, the time almost never expires. Oh my gosh, look at all of those turrets. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 turrets down right now. More roaches coming down here, finally focusing down these command centers here. Nestea finally realizing, oh, this is why. I mean, I guess he knew all along, but he's finally focusing down Braddock's economy. He needs to focus down these siege tanks as well, so that all of his roaches don't die. More roaches streaming over here right now. Constant action right now. The reason Nestea's trying to be so active is because he can't let this Raven Cloud get to harassing his base, because they will do massive damage, and there isn't much he can do as a Zerg. So he's trying to stay on the offensive, but for how long can Nestea keep this up? This endurance round can't last forever. Nestea is going to run out of resources eventually. The mass macro. Oh, man. 4 Ravens here to defend the entire rest of the Raven fleet, coming back, trying to drop down more turrets. He needs to throw down seeker missiles right about now, but more each opting for the turrets right now. Siege tanks trying to hold the line against all of these roaches. This looks like these roaches will get in here and do a lot of damage to this main base, and it doesn't look like there's much Braddock's going to be able to do about it. I don't know how he's going to hold this. He does have siege tanks in production right now. More roaches, though, are streaming across the map, and he is losing his economy right now. These command centers are going down for him. The main base in shambles for Braddock right now. Nestea directly engaging this turret. It's probably not the best idea, but he is engaging anyway. Turrets dropping more and more. Ravens dropping more and more auto turrets. More and more Ravens are in production. A Banshee coming out again. The last Banshee must have gotten taken out somewhere. Sorry, I missed that. 3 siege tanks need to get in on the action here. I don't know if these turrets are going to be enough to clean this up this time. More turrets coming down here for Braddock. He's determined to make this work. The Ravens just forced on the defensive constantly, and the roaches trying to get up here, make something happen. He is destroying Braddock's economy right now, but Braddock does have about 2,000 resources in the bank. Like I said, these turrets do never die. And they are going to do massive damage with the planetary fortress supporting them against these roaches. Can these roaches actually get this planetary fortress right now? The SCVs are here frantically trying to repair for their lives. Oh my gosh, do it for Ire, even though you're not from Ire. Oh, Braddock calling down some more mules, trying to hold this planetary fortress. The roaches are going to back off there, realizing that they are a little outnumbered there. The Raven Cloud, oh my god, there are 2 control groups of Ravens now. Braddock not hardly mining from anywhere right now. Huge seeker missiles going down right there. Siege tanks doing massive damage to these roaches. But Nestea running up on them is going to get all these siege tanks seemingly. The Banshee is out, and he is starting to do work on these roaches. No kills yet, but he does have +2 attack. These roaches trying to make something happen, and it looks like Braddock has held for the time being. This is a great game so far. I'm loving this. More Ravens in production. I love the Raven production from Braddock. It looks like Nestea seems to be running out of steam here. It doesn't look like he has enough. I mean, he's streaming across with more roaches, but now the roach numbers have just been thinning and thinning here. Braddock needs to save this command center. It would be bad if he lost that there. This SCV is going to try and repair that, but the roaches are going to catch this and destroy that. That was 2 mules. You're never going to get back there, Braddock. And it looks like the roaches are starting to focus down the the orbital commands right now for Braddock. The Roach is trying to come up here and trying to assault this again. Oh, will he be able to get it this time? He is going to go after the orbital command this time. Looks like going to get it. No, Bratok is going to lift off, but the command center is on fire right now. These SCVs need to repair. The Roach is going to run up in here, going to try and get this planetary fortress again. The stronghold for the Terran. Can the SCVs repair? No, the Roaches are going to back out there, leaving the Lings to die. Huge Seeker missiles could go down here. Oh, Nestea not able to split his Roaches in time there. Seeker missiles just going to do massive damage. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, it does connect. Oh, man. Massive damage from those Seeker missiles. Looks like Bratok is going to be able to hold this. I'm trying to keep my voice together. This game is just getting more and more epic. Bratok finally able to push back. Can he push back on the offensive now? Nestea is on the back foot. His Roaches are retreating across the map. Here becomes the massive Raven Cloud, a Raven Banshee Viking from Bratok. He is marching across the map. He says, I can macro the best out of these two. Oh my God. Incredible macro from both these players. Bratok going in here now. Look at all the turrets going down. This is what you have to prevent as a Zerg player. This is why Nestea was trying to be so aggressive to prevent this from happening. This hatchery could very well go down. And what is Nestea going to do to prevent it? He could try and sacrifice a lot of Roaches, but like I said, I mean, energy for actual units that cost money is always a win for Bratok. So these turrets just going to town here, focusing down the hatchery. Can these Roaches get down here and defend this hatchery in time? It looks like no, the Roaches looks like they are going to hold this off because the turrets are not focus firing the hatchery. Will the hatchery go down? It is in the red. It's at 385 HP. The Roaches trying to distract the turrets. They are going to distract them. This expansion up here going unchecked. A lot of drones just staring at the hatchery. A bit of a mistake there from Nestea. So much going on. So many aliens streaming in here for Bratok. He's going to back out here. But that is a lot of Hellions. I mean, he can line them all up at the same time if he wanted to with that many Hellions. Oh, Infestor's getting a huge fungal growth on the Raven Cloud. That's almost all you can do as a Zerg player to destroy Ravens is the fungal growth. But the Seeker missiles, huge Seeker missiles going down on those Infestors. Can that last one connect? Oh my God, all the Infestors. Oh no. Oh my God, almost doing massive damage to all those Infestors there. A lot of turrets going down. More fungal growths going down. Infested Terrans being spawned. Turrets versus Infested Terrans. Who will win that battle? Infested Terrans, of course, costing less energy to make, but the turrets much more resilient. More Seeker missiles causing these Infestors to retreat. 2 Infestors going down into that Seeker missile being very cost effective. These Infested Terrans are all going to go down at the cost of a siege tank there, which is always a good trade there, but that was a lot of energy on these Infestors. These Infestors are almost all out of energy now. And the Ravens, just so many Ravens, just infinite amounts of energy for Bratok right now. The hatchery is still in the red. Nestea knows he has to hold on to this hatchery and this hatchery. If they go down, those are his economy. So Bratok knows if he can get these 2 hatcheries, he can win this game. Not much Nestea can do. This hatchery's at 150. It's at 100. It's at 50. It's going to go down. There it goes. All the drones forced to retreat and get out of there. A huge win for Bratok there. Can he get the next hatchery? This is it. This is going to be the game. If Bratok can get this hatchery, that will be the game. Oh, the blood coursing through Bradok's veins has got to be incredible right now. The Raven Cloud getting in position. Lots of turrets going down. Can the siege tanks siege up and protect these? Oh, the Infestors might just walk in. Oh, it's losing 2 Infestors to the siege tank shots there. All the Roaches getting sacrificed to the gods of StarCraft for almost nothing. Here comes the lone Mutalist from earlier. Oh, and looks like it is going to go down at the cost of nothing. Surviving the entire game. Going to go down there. A huge engagement here. Fungal Ghost trying to go down. Lots of Seeker missiles going down. The Spine Crawlers poking away the hatchery at just over 2/3 health. And it looks like the Infestors are running out of energy. Look at all the blood and gore on the ground. Terran and Zerg losing massive amounts of units. Checking the units lost tab. It's almost identical for both these players at this point in the game. Nestea's still about 5,000 behind. Bratok getting in siege mode, or siege range of this hatchery here. These Roaches going to try and prevent that, but not going to be able to with all these siege tanks supporting those 2 siege tanks there. This hatchery is under heavy fire right now. Nestea running out of options. He's only got 400 resources. Lots of turrets going down for Bratok. The hatchery could very well go down. Most of the spine crawlers have fallen. The hatchery is at about half HP and falling because of these siege tanks doing massive damage to infestors. Out of almost all of their energy there, scan going down, revealing exactly where they are. The hatchery is going to go down. It looks like it's at 300 HP and falling. Lots of turrets still firing on the hatchery. It's at 100. It's at 50. It could go down. That is Nestea's economy falling down, blowing up in shambles. All the blood and gore. Oh my gosh, this war of attrition between these two players. It looks like Bratok has come out on top. Nestea barely has enough for another hatchery right now, and he's not mining. He has lost all mining. He's not mining at all right now, except for his long distance mining. So checking the income tab. There is the GG. Even though the huge harvester deficit, the mules from Bratok able to keep him in that game. What an epic game between these two players. I apologize for my voice going out. It was just such an epic game. I had to get into it. So it looks like there will be a game 3. I'm going to have to take a break. Oh my god, my voice is cracking. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to take. The Raven Cloud survives. More power to the Ravens. Props to Bratok. I don't know if you guys just realized, but Bratok just out-macroed and outplayed the best, just straight up outplayed Nestea in that game. Hence the GG from Nestea. There was no cheese. He just did something that was off standard. Ravens are not standard in this high number. And Bratok throwing something at Nestea he's not prepared for, and Nestea not able to counter it. The endurance... Nestea tried to keep Bratok on the back foot there. A lot of reinforcements. Wow, that would have secured the game right there. But yeah, a lot of reinforcements streaming down for Bratok. It looked like he was in dire straits there for a while with all those roaches, but he was able to just barely hold off the assaults on his main base and this planetary fortress. I want to know, 33 kills, and those are not Zerglings, ladies and gentlemen. Those are roaches. 33 roaches went down to that planetary fortress, which was the pinnacle of this game. The epitome of everything Bratok in this game. Oh my gosh, just hanging in there. An epic game between these two players. We're going to move right into game number 3. Thank you for watching. This was another STL StarCraft presentation of the National StarCraft League. Moving into game number 3. This is going to be awesome.